This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Tuesday, November the 11th. Happy Veterans Day. Starting out, China, their soybean imports. Yesterday estimated them for 2025-26. Actually, both their corn and soybean exports. Corn they left at 6 million metric tons. Corn, who knows what's going on with China with corn? We're getting so many mixed signals on that. They're claiming they have a bumper crop despite all the losses, but bottom line is, we know that's likely not true. But just not a lot of ability to counter that right now, and trade really kind of overlooking it. The soybean imports, though, China putting them at 95.6 million metric tons for the 2025-26 marketing year. That's compared to 109.4 million metric tons that they're expected to import this year. So a sizable drop there. And the thing is, the Chinese soybean crop expected to hold steady right around that 21 million metric tons. So why this big drop? Elevated use of canola is going to cut into soybeans. Plus, China thinning out their hog herd. They got some major culling that they are doing and are going to continue to do to meet their government target sow numbers. Bottom line is we're seeing some contraction in China's feed needs, and that's likely cutting in their soybeans. I think they'll probably come in a little higher than that 95.6 million metric tons, but the government does give the indication that they are going to be cutting back on their soybean demand. Again, we'll see. It's China. Flip a coin. Might be true, might not be. We did see a shift though, and this is the number two thing topic today. China did approve DDGs and sorghum from Brazil for imports. DDGs from 5 ethanol plants and then some sorghum. There again, that's why we're seeing some of these steady corn import numbers. China really prefers sorghum. That can be imported a lot easier than corn can. It doesn't have the safety certificates and the red tape to run through at a port that corn does. So China does, feeders tend to lean a little bit more towards sorghum. And of course, the dried distillers grains, you know, obviously going to cut into some soy meal there, a little bit more feed grains. So a little bit of uncertainty on the outlook of China's demand, and really to tie it all up, there's a lot of disappointment in this market over China not buying anything that we've seen since those 7 vessels sold right after that trade agreement that we're working on almost 2 weeks ago now. Um, there is some disappointment, but China could be buying, and we don't know. Rumor has it we might get a export sales report this Thursday. It could be an interesting one. Stay tuned. Third and final thing I want to talk about today, and I brought this up yesterday, I hit on it, but I want to drive it home a little bit harder today. The weather in South America, Brazil, start paying a little bit more attention to it. And Argentina. La Nina, we haven't seen an update in a while here, but boots on the ground reports out of Brazil are telling us it is getting quite dry, and there's some thoughts we could see some replants in Brazil because the soils are dry enough. Seeds didn't germinate on some of that early planted soybeans that went in. Gonna be watching that. Trade counting on a pretty big soybean and corn crop out of Brazil and Argentina, South American countries this year. This weather, granted, there's quite a bit of time left for some of Brazil's crops, but they're selling soybeans for December shipment. If you're in a drought now, that could be hitting that crop a little bit. We'll keep an eye on this, see what we get for yield adjustments. Bottom line is South American weather, not perfect right now. And some forecasts, indicating we could see some stress. We'll keep an eye on that, and I'll keep you updated as we go. Those are the three things I'm watching today.